Hello and welcome back to this channel. Dear students, today's session is solve numericals on even and odd parts. It is the topic related to the subject signals and systems for second year ENTC students. Earlier I have created two videos related to this subject. Those are basic videos. Do watch those videos first. Because it is very much required for the entire subject. I will provide the link in the description box. What we have studied related to even and odd part in the earlier video, I would like to brush up the things quickly. Consider this diagram. I will say there are two parts for this diagram. Say this is part A, this is part B. Actually, this is graph of x of t versus t. Before that, there are two types of signals. One is CT, which is known as continuous time signal. Another is DT, which is known as discrete time signal. The notation for CT signal is x of t. The notation for DT signal is x of n. If you draw the same signal in the form of pulses, it is known as discrete time signal DT. Mathematically, you just have to replace t by n. Now, come back to this diagram. There are two parts A and B. Both these parts are symmetric about vertical axis. This is known as even signal. When the two parts are symmetric about the vertical axis, it is known as even signal. Consider the second diagram. Again, I will divide it into two parts. This is part A, this is part B. These two parts are having same area, but they are anti-symmetric about vertical axis. So such signals are known as odd or anti-symmetric signals. That's what we have studied earlier. Now, any signal is basically combination of even and odd parts. It may happen that signal contains only even parts or signal contains only odd parts, but basically it is combination of even and odd parts. Now the mathematical formula to calculate even part of any signal is before that even part of any signal is denoted by xe of t. Suffix e stands for it is even part. Mathematical equation is 1/2 x of t plus x of minus t. Now make the thing simple. If you want to write the formula for discrete signal, don't memorize it separately. Simply replace t by n. So if I want to write the formula for discrete signal, it becomes x e of n. I have replaced t by n is equals to 1/2 x of n plus x of minus n. This is the formula for discrete signal. Whatever we are learning for CT, that is continuous signal, same thing is applicable, same analogy is applicable for discrete signal, only notations are changed. Simply replace t by n, you will get the formula related to discrete signal. So this is the formula to calculate even part of signal. To calculate odd part of signal, odd part is denoted by xo of t. O stands for odd part. I am writing the equation for continuous signal. It is 1/2 x of t minus x of minus t. A small change, just replace this plus sign by minus. You will get the formula to calculate odd signal. Now to solve the numericals, from the exam point of view, the question will be like this. Calculate even and odd parts for the following equations or for the following signals. You can expect such questions for 3 marks or even for 4 marks in the exam. Now to solve this, actually this is a pretty simple procedure. Once you will come to know the procedure, you can attempt any kind of numerical. So you should not skip such portions. To solve the numericals, we need simple mathematical identities. Sine of minus t is equals to minus sine t, and one more identity, cos of minus t is equals to cos t. These are the two well-known identities. Now let us solve few numericals to get an idea about calculation of even and odd part. Consider first numerical. Suppose given equation is x of t is equals to 1 plus 3t plus 4 sine t plus 6 cos 3t. This is the given numerical and it is asked to calculate even and odd parts. Now in any numerical, first step is replace t by minus t. This is the step in all numericals. So wherever in the given equation t is there, I need to put minus t. So equation becomes x of minus t is equals to 1. Now this is plus 3t. I'm replacing t by minus t. So it becomes minus 3t. Now this is plus 4 sine of t. I'm putting t is equals to minus t. So it becomes sine of minus t. We have the identity. Sine of minus t is minus sine t. So this becomes minus 4 sine t. I hope you are getting it. Very simple. If I'm talking about this term, so it becomes 4 sine of minus t. What I said, sine of minus t is equals to minus sine t. So minus sine is taken out. It becomes minus 4 sine t. Last term, plus 6 cos of 3t. This constant is immaterial. Basically, you have to replace t by minus t. So it becomes 6. I will write it over here. 6 cos of 3 into minus t. As I said, this constant is immaterial. Cos of minus t is same as cos t. So it becomes, this minus sign gets eliminated. So it simply becomes 6 cos of 3t. So I will write it over here. 6 cos of 3t. Once you get these two equations, that is x of t and x of minus t, you have to make use of ready-made formulae. Now we have the formula xe of t is equals to this formula 1/2 x of t plus x of minus t. So I will write it 1/2. I have to take addition of these two equations. So I want to take addition of, say this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Take addition of equations 1 and 2. Take term wise additions, it will make the problem more easy. So first term is 1, here first term is 1, 1 plus 1 becomes 2. Second term, it is 3t, I am talking about this second term. This is minus 3t, it gets cancelled. Third term, 4 sin t minus 4 sin t, it gets cancelled. Last term, 6 cos 3t, and again it is 6 cos 3t, it becomes 6 plus 6, that is plus 12 cos 3t. But outside this, I have 1/2, that means to each quantity, I will have to divide the values by 2. So answer will be 1 plus 6 cos 3t. This is the even part of the given question. Now calculate odd part. Same procedure. I have to mix use of second equation. It is 1/2 x of t minus x of minus t. What we did in the first case, we added equations 1 and 2. In the second case, we have to subtract equation 2 from equation 1. Again, make the thing simple. Do the subtraction term wise. So first term is 1. In equation 2, first term is 1. 1 minus 1 becomes 0. So I am not writing it. This 3t, second term is minus 3t. Do remember, we are performing subtraction. So it actually becomes 3t minus of minus 3t. So it becomes plus 6t. So this term becomes plus 60. I am talking about second term. Third term, 4 sin t, and second is minus 4 sin t. Again, this is minus, but we are performing subtraction over here. X of t minus x of minus t. So it actually becomes, I'm talking about third term, this term, 4 sin t minus of minus 4 sin t. This term. So it minus of minus become plus, it becomes 8 sin t. So I will write it over here, plus 8 sin t. Last term, 6 cos 3t. This is again 6 cos 3t. We are subtracting it, so it becomes 0. So I am not writing it. Now simple. It is 1/2. So divide each term by 2. So it becomes 3t plus 4 sin t. This is the odd part of given equation. Now I will tell you one more simplest trick. Once you will calculate even part, see, we have first calculated even part. What is the even part? Even part is this term 1 and 6 cos 3t. Once you will calculate even part, naturally remaining part is odd part. So directly you can write the answer. This is the odd part. That's what we got after doing the calculation. So this is the way how to solve the numericals. Let us solve few more numericals related to this. The procedure is same. Formulae are again same. Values will be different. So second equation, suppose given equation is x of t is equals to 3 minus 2t square plus 6t cube plus 9t raised to 4. Now there is no sine and cosine term, so relatively this numerical is simple. First step, replace t by minus t. As I mentioned, in every numerical, first step will be replace t by minus t. So you'll get new equation, x of minus t is equals to this term 3 remains as it is because there is no t term related to this. Second, this is minus 2t square. I will write it over here, minus 2t square. What I have to do, this minus 2 remains as it is. I will have to replace this t by minus t. So it becomes minus t square. We know that if you are taking minus t square, it becomes plus t square. So this minus 2 remains as it is and it is 2t square. So it becomes minus 2t square. Next, 6t cube. So this term 6t cube can be written as this 6 remains as it is. I will have to replace t by minus t. So it becomes minus t cube. Remember it in a very much simplified way. If the power is even term like square, raised to 4, raised to 6, then value becomes positive. If the power is odd like t cube, it becomes negative. So minus t cube is same as minus of t cube. That means minus sign remains as it is. So this becomes minus 6t cube. What I said, minus t bracket raised to 3 is same as minus t cube. So because it is the power is odd, so it becomes minus 6t cube. Why this is minus 2? Because this coefficient itself is minus 2. So it remains as it is. Actually, this term minus t bracket square is plus t square. But it is getting multiplied with minus 2. So resultant value is minus 2t square. In this case, this term minus t cube, I will write it over here. This is minus t bracket cube is same as minus t cube and it is plus 6, so it remains as it is. I have taken minus sign outside, so this equation becomes minus 6t cube. Now last term, this is 9t raised to 4. It can be represented as 9 in the bracket minus t raised to 4. What I said, when the power is even, it becomes plus, so this 9 remains as it is. It is t raised to 4. So this term is 9t raised to 4. Now remaining part, we have to first calculate even part. In the exam, you need to write this formula first. I am presently writing the direct values. So it is 1/2. Again, x of t plus x of minus t. So say equation 1 and equation 2. Like the previous sum, we have to take addition of equations 1 and 2. Take addition term wise. First term is 3. This first term is 3. 3 plus 3 becomes 6. Second term, minus 2t square. Again, this is minus 2t square. We are performing addition, so it becomes minus 4t square. Third term, this plus 6t cube and minus 6t cube gets cancelled. So this term becomes 0. Last term, 9t raised to 4 and 9t raised to 4 again gets added. So it becomes plus 18t raised to 4. Now outside this bracket I have 1/2. So every term will be divided by 2. So answer will be 3 minus 2t square plus 9t raised to 4. So this is the even part of given signal. What I said earlier, you can well calculate odd part using this equation by performing the performing the subtraction. How to do it? XO of t is equals to, I am using second formula, x of t minus x of minus t. So I have to subtract equation 2 from equation 1 term wise. So first term is 3, this first term of second equation is 3, 3 minus 3 becomes 0. This is minus 2t square minus of minus 2t square. Minus of minus become plus. Actually this term is minus 2t square minus of minus 2t square. This minus minus become plus. So it is minus 2t square plus 2t square, it becomes 0. So second term becomes 0. First term is already 0, 3 minus 3. Next term 6 minus of minus 6. Minus of minus become plus, so it is 12t cube. Last term plus 9 and minus 9 become 0. So only one term is remaining. Outside this bracket I have 1/2. So answer is 6t cube. Like the previous case, what I said, once you will calculate even part. What is the calculated even part? These terms 3, then minus 2t square and 9t raised to 4. This is the even part, so naturally remaining is the odd part. One more technique to cross check the answers. If you add even part, that means this answer, and odd part, if you add it, you should get the original equation. Because what I said earlier, any equation is basically combination of even part or odd part. it may happen that the equation contains only even part or only odd part. Now let us solve one more numerical so that this concept will be more clear to you. Consider the next sum. X of t is equals to 3t plus t cos t plus t square sin square 4t. Same logic. In the first step, I will have to replace t by minus t. So first step, I will write it like this: replace t by minus t. So I will get new equation. X of minus t is equals to, first term is 3t. I will write it over here. I am replacing t by minus t. So it becomes 3 into minus t. That is minus 3t. I will write it over here. It becomes minus 3t. Second term is t cos t. Every t is replaced by minus t. So it becomes minus t cos of minus t. Look at the identities. Cos of minus t is same as cos t. But this minus t, first term remains as it is. So it becomes minus t into cos t. What I did, cos of minus t is equals to cos t. That's what I have written. This minus t remains as it is. So this term becomes minus t cos t. Next term, last term, it is t square sin square 4t. It can be written as minus t bracket square. Every t we need to replace it by minus t into sin square remains as it is 4 of minus t. Now this is sin square. It can be well written like this. Keep it in bracket and write it as a square. Now this minus t square, it becomes plus t, because as I said earlier, if the power is even, the answer becomes positive, so it becomes t square. Now for this, 4 is constant, sin of minus t is basically minus sin t according to this identity. So it is sin of 4 of minus t is minus sin of 4t. This term becomes minus sin of 4t, but it is bracket square. Whenever bracket square is there, the square of minus becomes plus, so it becomes sin square 4t. Don't make mistake over here. That's what I have written this square. Earlier it was here. I have kept it in bracket and I have written it as a bracket square. So the next term, last term, is actually becomes t square sin square 4t. Now we have to first calculate even part. We have the standard same formula, 1/2 x of t plus x of minus t. Say equation 1, equation 2. Once you will get equation of x of minus t, remaining part is just mathematical, pretty simple. Add term wise, this term is t 3t, then this first term is minus 3t, it becomes 0. Second term plus t cos t, this is minus t cos t, it becomes 0. Third term having same sign, if you add it, it becomes 2t square sin square 4t. Outside the bracket I have 2, so it becomes, I have 1/2, so it becomes t square sin square 4t. This is the even part of given signal. To calculate odd part, again make use of the same formula what we used in the earlier numerical, x of t minus x of minus t. So I have to subtract equation 2 from equation 1. Term wise, first term is 3t, minus of minus become plus, because it is minus 3t. We are subtracting it, minus of minus become plus, so it becomes 6t. Second term t cos t, this is minus, but we are again subtracting it, so minus of minus become plus, so it is plus 2t cos t. Third term t square sin 4t minus t square sin 4t becomes 0, so I am skipping it. Outside this bracket we have 1/2, so answer is 3t plus t cos t. This is the odd part of signal. To cross check the answer, same technique. Once you have calculated even part is this, so remaining part must be an odd part. That's what we got it from the answer. So these numericals are pretty simple. Only you should not get confused whenever the term is like this, sin square, make a bracket so that there won't be any confusion. Likewise, you can solve any type of numerical related to calculation of even and odd part. Actually, some different numericals are there. Those are related to or based on operations on signal. So after completion of operations on signal, we will solve more problems, more numericals related to calculation of even and odd parts for continuous as well as for discrete signal. Presently, I have solved the numericals related to continuous signal. Same logic is applicable for discrete signal, but as I said, after studying operations on signals, we'll complete this part of even calculation of even and odd for discrete signal. So dear students, that's it for today's session. Thank you. Thanks a lot.